What's good? So I'm just sitting here watching Raw, uploading my video that I just uploaded. Why I will always respect Vasily Lomachenko. And I saw news from Top Rank, checking Twitter, just checking what other people are talking about Raw. That's because that's what I was interested in. Just looking up other people's opinion on Raw because that's what I'm watching at the moment. And if you haven't watched my I Will Always Respect Lomachenko video, I recommend it. I worked really hard on it, and I think it'll provide some insight to a lot of people in boxing, in the boxing community that talk boxing. So, but the news now. That's Eric Morales, by the way, if you were wondering. Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn is official. People were talking about it for a long time now. And now Top Rank has said it. They said it, they meant it. Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao. Man, this is a disappointment. It's gonna be in Australia and it's gonna be in July 1st. This is a disappointment, not because Pacquiao is fighting Jeff Horn, but because Pacquiao is a world champion. He's a world champion, and I believe every world champion here, every world champion in boxing should unify their division. So Pacquiao should be fighting. He should be fighting everybody else, every other world champion in his division. Not fighting Jeff Horn. And I get it. This is Bob Arum with his mad genius plan, trying to take over the world. You already fought in Macau, and now you're seeing a market in Australia with the Aussies over there, and you're gonna capitalize it. Let's do this. If that was the case, why not fight Michael Katsidis back in the day? Why not fight what? I don't even know any other. Why not besides Mundane, but he's like a super middleweight. Why not fight Katsidis? He's way more exciting. I know he's past his prime, but is he any better at the moment than Jeff Horn? That's a genuine question, by the way. I've never seen Horn fight. I saw that Spence was gonna fight him, and I saw a meme on Boxing United. That's a Google Plus group, great group. Check it out. Hit up Fox or the what's his new name? YTVC student. Red Glove Militant. If you want to join us, It's a great boxing community. But they put a meme and it said, Errol Spence fights Jeff Horn. No one bats an eye. With the Joker. Pacquiao fights Jeff Horn. Everybody loses it, or whatever the quote is from the Dark Knight, right? Pacquiao's a world champion. He's a legendary fighter. He's officially an 8 division world champion. So yes, I'm gonna be a lot more harsh on Pacquiao than I'm gonna be on Errol Spence, who has never won a world title and is still probably he's not considered a prospect probably anymore because he's gonna fight that great fight with Kell Brook. I'm losing it because I'm watching Raw. I'm thinking about but anyway, he's gonna fight that fight against Kell Brook, which I am very much looking forward to. But he is not a legendary fighter. He is not on Pacquiao's level. Think about this. Why was everybody mad at Mayweather fighting Berto and not Porter fighting Berto? Porto. I'm tripping. I'm mixing their both names together. But why? Because you got a great fighter and you got a decent fighter that lost his title in his first defense against Kell Brook. So that's why he has different standards. And while I'm not pissed about Pacquiao versus Horn because I see a semi-retired Pacquiao, I do still see a great fighter that could beat any fighter in his division. Yes, he beats Spence, he beats Thurman, he beats Porter, he beats Berto, he beats all of those guys. The only guy that I'm like iffy is Kell Brook. And we'll see how he does against Spence. If Spence annihilates Kell Brook, then I'm like, dude, I think Spence will beat will beat Horn. But all these guys are better than a Jeff Horn fight. All of these guys. This fight sucks. And if you wanted to expand the market to Australia, you didn't even need to fight Jeff Horn. Imagine if it was Pacquiao versus Thurman in Australia. I think it would have the same effect. Jeff Horn could be on the undercard. You don't need them to be facing each other directly. He could just be there. It's gonna draw. It's just like Pacquiao fighting in China or Macau. He didn't fight another Macauan or however they're called. He didn't fight another guy from China. He fought Brandon Rios, a Mexican. So you don't necessarily need to fight a guy that's from this country to expand the market. Bob Arum, you have Macau, and by simply making your biggest star in your promotional company fight in Australia, that'll expand the market on his own because Pacquiao is a huge star. He's a world star. Don't get it confused with world star hip hop, but he's a global star. He's a global star that's already popular around the world, and you don't need to play it safe with a guy like Jeff Horn. You could have you could have made some good fights, man. You could have made some good fights. Yeah, with the promotional issues, I don't know. I don't really. I can't think of any like good fights that will get made immediately. But I mean, you got Spence not fighting a Al Heyman fighter. You got Danny Jacobs not fighting an Al Heyman fighter. You had Deontay Wilder willing to go to Russia to fight Povetkin. So it could have happened. You could have had the Thurman fight. And you could say, oh, Pacquiao annihilates Thurman. And I think he would too. But we'll never know. The fights have to happen. And right now, Pacquiao's at the end of his career. We don't know how long he has left. He said he's only going to fight for a few more years, a few more fights. And this is a disappointment. This is a disappointing last fight. So, thanks everybody for watching. July 1st in Australia, Pacquiao versus Horn. Very disappointing. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day.